Okay.
Oh, there's an exploder right there.
It has been long enough that... Oh, hooray. I mean, I was almost worried that I wouldn't have remembered how to do this, but then I'm like, no.
It's pretty basic, right? And you remembered the R1 diagonal thing? Yep. Excellent. Okay.
Continue our wandering around.
So it hasn't been long since we've seen you folks, just on Friday and everything, but did you all have a good weekend? So we'll start the filler discussion while we're in the dungeon.
I was about to say, I think it's a little early for that, but...
Yeah, you got a lot of dungeon to get through.
I do like how... I think it's a good sign for being on the right path if you have the same weapons that the enemies do.
Yes, yeah, I would agree. I love the magical girl wand, though. It's pretty great. What a weapon is that, actually?
That's a mace.
That is a mace,
actually.
okay.
Magical girl wand.
It's like orange and pink and has like a little crown on the end. I mean, what did you expect me to think?
Well, that wasn't nearly as bad as I was expecting.
Right. Well, you have the blast protection hex thing.
True.
He's doing good. I guess inspired from all of the Rune Factory food and kitchen chat, making sangria for tomorrow. Cool. Yeah, I'll be making good old steak and good old meat and potatoes for dinner tonight. You know, steak and mash, as our British friends would say.
On to the next floor.
It's like I always feel like a housewife when you're going to the grocery store and picking out meat because it's on sale versus not. But it's like, hey, save money. That's what you do.
It is kind of a sad day if we assume that housewives are the only ones that haven't equipped at all.
Well, I meant just the you have the idea of people that you go to the store pretty much like every day or every couple of days, and you're always looking at it, Whereas normally what we do is like we go shopping like once a week or so, or every other week, and just stock up on everything. So you're trying to go for sales or trying to snipe sales isn't as practical.
Not another long hallway, gosh.
Tip for hurricane. Whoa!
If you corner them, they will fire.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen that. Huh.
Yep. It happens, I swear.
Hellworks. Inside Leaf's pot, right? Shin uses it, then he gets deep thoughts.
Oh gosh.
Do you have a gem?
I'm not going to worry about it, because it looks like... Because they'll only be able to hit me one at a time.
True.
And even if they do, it won't be enough to kill me.
Right.
I just wish that...
Back up and blast him?
Yeah, I've got the SP for it.
You just wish.
I just wish that... because you say that they have a random chance of not exploding. So far, that chance has never really popped up for me, I don't think.
You've killed a couple of them that haven't self-destructed, but yeah, they've been doing it a lot recently. Oh, I love the little like kind of, I guess like beret, the commie beret kind of thing.
I kind of wanted her shield, the skull thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you get further in the game, there are some pretty cool looking icons for weapons and armor. Mirager.
Oh, there we go.
That's an interesting name.
What was it?
Mirager, or a Mirager.
Mirager, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, as I sort of say with the way I pronounced it the first time, it's like Mr. Roger.
Which is not, in fact, what it was.
And this the giant like statue-looking thing materializes through the walls. Would you be my neighbor? Oh, please, won't you be?
So already this is being a fairly profitable adventure.
Right. I do have to say I'm a little disappointed that they never really... Like, it's always apples to restore your AC instead of, like, you eventually get up to, you know, like, yeah, steak and hamburgers and stuff.
Yeah, the fact that it basically is supposed to be like actual food items,
Right.
You know, makes me wish that, yeah, they did have more of that. Oh, yay!
Sweet. It's like 3/5 of an apple right there in that tile.
3/5 of it. I've got a feeling. Oh, my feeling was incorrect.
Yeah, the last two dungeons, I think, have had mimics. This one might not have one. They tend to go in cycles like that.
I'm just gonna let it steal from me because...
In the case of him. Lord's surprised it isn't noodles. I guess that would have been a fun kind of... Nice.
Really?
It would have been a fun kind of meta thing if Ariel is all about the noodles and the game, and yeah, your in-game items also noodles. I guess it would have also reinforced Shin as the, you know, Japanese shut-in type. If all he ever eats is ramen.
I can see that, yeah. Well, the fact that there are no more landmines around here, I hope, should make things a little bit easier.
I guess I'm pretty sure that the explosives are based on your current HP and not your max. So I don't think you can die from one, but...
I wouldn't be surprised if you could. Uh-oh, now we're having problems even with non-boss.
All right.
Right.
I am still all right.
So,
Damn it.
Ariel gets a headache
Crystal's
and
erosion
Jupiel gets a
started.
heart attack. I think we can tell
Ariel's-
who's being hurt worse here.
What are you shouting about? I'm fine.
What do you mean you're fine? It sounds like you're in pain.
Yeah, the fact that she continues doing that when you have the other picture changing.
Sir Shin,
Right.
you have decided to fight. If your resolve wavers now, you will not be able to fight ever again.
That's a little...
that did escalate pretty rapidly.
Sorry.
Well, she's technically right. If you stop fighting, eventually a devil would find him and
Got
run
to
him
the very
through.
end.
So, you know.
That is the spirit. I shall accompany you. So let us fight together.
Or Heartburn, Lorax
about
says, yeah.
Yeah, that could...
At the very least, I am less wounded than you. You're the one who's risking your life on the front lines. So I can't complain.
Got it. Thanks.
And Ariel's actress is at least selling the fact that she's feeling some nebulous discomfort, whereas nobody else really seems to change their tone and reaction to it. It's like we were talking about last time. It's like half the staff actually has some direction, the other half don't, and then I guess the other the quarter don't, and the rest are like that one guy.
Yeah, as all of you can see, the problem with later dungeons is that you tend to have enough enemies packed closely together enough that you can't quite recover your SP as quickly or as reliably as you used to.
Yeah, you will eventually and shortly have to hope for this random. Get some kind of accessory that helps out with either getting more SP or using less of it in order to keep pace. Otherwise, you need to start bringing SP restoring items along. And yeah, it's a big shift in the dynamic. And not only, like Ben was saying, are there more enemies in smaller areas, they also respawn more quickly. And a lot of them start to, not so much in this dungeon, but I would say by chapter 10 or so, you're at the point where they'll just, basically start making beelines for you.
Oh, great. Surprised that's continuing to fight now that its buddy is gone.
Right.
A red gem. Nothing there.
I could have disappointed they all.
Well, that's alright. I don't have any other rings anyway, so...
Right. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't have the haste pills identified show up as red pills.
Oh, that time I missed as the code self-destruct.
Right. Otherwise we would have had it, right? And sometimes you'll get a run of enemies like this that don't require any SP to beat, and that'll give you time to recharge a bit.
Right. There's probably one more room right there in the middle.
Or not, actually. No, I think it's all of them.
Oh, fair enough. Yep, you never find anything good in hallways, so...
Right.
Oh, dear. That's right, you can hit on a diagonal.
Right. Not my apple.
Well, it can only run so far.
Right. Yeah, it seems like... I wonder if the difference is the devil ones seem to be more...
Rimini.
Seem to be more aggressive about attacking you, whereas the angel one probably would have kept running until it hit a corner.
It's possible.
There's a little bit of everything in this dungeon.
There are no emitters, no splitting enemies, and none of the rock enemies.
You're right, yeah, emitters, yeah. Yeah, those are the ones that have been in the last couple, but not in this one.
Right. Let's see.
So we're facing... We have a Mr. Rogers and a...
Oh, he just went right after me.
Oh, come at me, bro.
Was not expecting that. There we go. Okay. And that's just going to loop right there, so I'm not going to worry about that.
Right.
Instead, go this way.
Yeah, that's another thing you can do to save steps.
That was a lot of damage. Again, this is about the point where if you're not in angel or devil form, you're just going to get completely creamed by a tank.
And you can really start to notice by now that there is that kind of hidden, bonus to defense you get for being transformed. Because you're taking way more than a double damage. Yeah, maybe kill him or just bail with the one move.
Oh, let's see if I get it. Nope. Well, I got somewhat lucky. But let's do this. Yeah, it's closer.
Yeah. They saved you having to go to the long hallway.
Yeah, the other reason and why I don't tend to use it as often as Wayne does, because Wayne actually got on me every now and again for not using it, is because I like having the extra time to recover your SP.
Well, yeah, it was at 100% that time. That's the only reason I recommended it then.
Alright. Well, I meant, even then, the fact that it takes 40 SP, even if you're at full, that's still going to be a fair chunk.
Right. And you've gotten fairly lucky with AC tiles, so it's not like it was essential, but...
Took my leave. There we go. Okay. Another med kit.
You're getting lots of consumables, unfortunately.
Yeah, I would kind of prefer to get, actual weapons or things like that, but seems like such is not meant to be.
So your greasy meds.
Well, there's a shield. Let's see, how does that compare?
Spiky shields only 2 slots, but are
not worth it compared to another time.
Yeah, they're 1 point better on base defense, but you lose a slot, so...
Oh, well that was convenient.
Yes, if you find a good ring, you can now put it back on.
Chances are good I will not, but, it's nice to have the option.
I wonder what it is that's running away from you.
I wish I knew, but I'm not going to chase it all the way around.
Lorix want to know, greasy meds, what the hell does that do? That is a descriptor for a type of unidentified healing item, or unidentified pill, and I'm not sure what was associated with greasy.
It's explosive.
Huh. Oh, maybe it's meant to be like nitroglycerin.
Yeah, that would make sense. There we go.
Tornado. Oh my gosh.
The fact that they don't seem to run out of the room that they steal from you in.
Right.
Makes it actually not so bad.
Yeah, I was wondering if they would ever do that. It doesn't look like
Herb
it.
accessory.
Well, you're no longer cursed. You try putting it on.
It could itself be cursed.
Right.
Nope, I never put on unidentified things in a roguelike. That is not a thing at all.
It's. I mean, I'm guessing from.
Oh.
Okay, they can.
Well, it just dies time. Oh, what's this?
Looks like if you take the greasy mess, you might take some liquid sealant afterward.
Are you alright?
I am fine.
You're clearly not. You should just stay here.
No, I must keep
It's not
going.
like she's actually doing any good, as far as we can tell.
Plus, thing, you
Let
can't
her
see
go.
it, but we're supposed to assume that she's helping
Unfortunately,
you.
even
Right.
in her current state, she is far stronger in battle than
In her current
any
state.
other angel. If Jupi were to sit out the rest of the battle, the military strength of Celestia would vastly decrease.
Yeah, I don't know what special
can't
training
let
that
Jupi
Jupiel
retreat.
and Mariel did. Maybe they eat their angel Wheaties or something. Yeah, they need to get everybody else in on that.
Right.
I will protect Celestia
It's like, yeah, the two
from
of them do
devils.
really well, then everybody else is just cannon fodder.
Right. Yeah, it reminds me of some discussion, and I hate going back to the D&D well, but it's the most obvious one. You could substitute it with.
It's okay, it's deep and the bucket is much stop coming back up.
But you can do it. You can use it with pretty much anything where you
Let us
have
focus on
certain
defeating
people,
our
like a
enemies.
certain anime where you have certain characters in a group that are just way stronger than others for no adequately discerned reason. But yeah, it's like if you think about it, and if it was possible to find out what special juice goes into making player characters, it's like, why would you ever train armies of mooks when adventures are so much better? And yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's like, what makes special people special? You could argue the same thing about in real life. I always find that a really interesting discussion.
Although the thing that I find kind of interesting about that is that there was actually a book that I read recently, and also the person who wrote it did a podcast that I found really neat. And basically the idea is that part of the reason why you had Macedon and Sparta became such powerhouses was because they actually kind of figured it out.
Right.
It's like, in order to create a hero, you had to have three different things, which was, I forgot what the Greek terms were for it, but it basically translates to power, skill, and compassion. And so they just made entire societies that are based around cultivating those three virtues. And as a result of that, you could have 300 Spartans being an almost arbitrary large amount of Persians, for example. Or, you have Macedons basically running across the entire civilized world
Right.
and surviving. And the only thing that killed them was basically themselves.
But having the vast reserves of slaves in the Spartans' case helped out too.
Well, again, when you had the 300, you
Right,
basically, there were no slaves fighting there.
I'm just saying it's easier to focus on a warrior culture when when the infrastructure is easier to manage, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Well, even if you take that into account, you have Macedon, which I believe did not have slaves as well. So yeah, you have the thing where, that is true as far as that goes. But even if they hadn't had it, they still would have had that aspect of the culture, which is what you're talking about.
Right.
It's like, the discussion was not how does a D&D economy survive when, several thousand people's livelihood goes into each magical sword. Oh, it's because they have slaves.
Right.
That wasn't the point you were raising.
And Phython's answer was that what makes them special is they have eyes.
Yep, that is true. If the other angels had eyes, they'd probably be doing a lot better.
And then Lorax said he agrees because they fight better because they can see the enemies.
Yeah. Okay, you're softened. That's not good. I'm going to go and toss that one. Gosh. Speaking of, having eyes, if I could actually see these traps, that'd be great.
Right. It's interesting though. So, what three virtues did you say?
Strength, skill, and compassion.
Of course, then the Greeks were the, I guess you'd be including Sparta and Macedon. But yeah, this was the culture that gave us the principle of arete. So,
That was one of the virtues, yeah.
Yep. So, basically just skill for its own sake. Just focus on mastery and everything. It's very
Okay, did he take any damage at all from that?
If
Maybe?
so, not much, right? I'm guessing that because enemies tend to have... Well, they tend to have pretty similar amounts to HP as we do, and
That's the thing, it looked like it did about one swing.
maybe hit worth, right, yeah.
There we go.
Which it also kind of reminds me about the samurai ended up being pretty similar. You know, focus on, you know, the stressing, you know, your skill and skill excellence, you know, virtues in individual warriors.
Well, this was a bad idea.
Yeah, I would get to a choke point because they
Obviously.
start. Yeah. There we go.
No, I'm just going to fight the two of them with my really low amount of SP.
Well, you probably could have. You got the double critical hits.
Don't need that many apples.
Right.
Actually, I should be fine just continuing to explore because I don't think there'll be another room for a... Oh, never mind. Oh, but there wasn't anybody in it.
Yeah.
Except for this mimic? No.
A sensory ring. Interesting.
I don't know if any of you have heard us talking about it, but one of our aunts is big into Sensi.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever I hear anything that even sounds like it.
The sensory ring. We'll make a good deal on it.
Because, yeah, all you all need to know is that we were there for... What was it? It was for... it wasn't Christmas, was it? It was some holiday type thing, though.
Yeah, last time we were there, it was for Christmas, right? It was afterward, but yeah.
Oh, so devils, I think, are just immune to statuses at all. Because I threw the hit ring at it and said it didn't work.
Huh.
Anyway, but yeah, she spent like 2 different opportunities trying to sell us this. In addition to everybody else in our company.
Right.
And by that I mean not company in the sense of the workplace, but everyone who was around us.
Right.
And I mean absolutely everybody. So,
Yep.
that's family.
Buy that sensory ring.
Sweet.
And Keith's right, you also chalk it up to the power of MacGuffins.
Oh yeah, true. There we are.
Yeah, I just love that cute, you know, kami beret that the devil women have. Oh.
Oh hey, another one.
Yeah, if you don't explore these floors, you know, completely, you'll end... I don't know if it'll pop them up in later floors if you miss one.
I don't
previously
think
or
so,
not, but
no.
I don't think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly like Avon, but for scented candles and things like that.
Yes, yep. It's like, like potpourri and stuff, and...
This is strange.
Basically, they sell
There's
like
far too few devils if their
little
objective is
bars or tabs of
shoot
scented
down
essential oils
Celestia.
and whatnot. And they also sell warming.
How are you doing
lamps.
over there?
Right.
So the electricity warms it and diffuses it.
Ariel?
Did you say something, Kamikaze? Sorry, I didn't quite hear you.
Hey, Ariel! Are you alright?
Damn it! This is nothing! Didn't I tell you not to worry about me? I'm fine!
No matter how you look at it, she's clearly not fine.
Yep, she is very much not okay. Alright.
Hello, Drakenel. Oh my, not this game again. We warned you, bros.
Hey, you knew what you were getting into when you stopped by.
Yeah, we'll be doing this one on Sundays until we beat it, probably.
Until we beat it or we cry uncle. Which, if we have survived thus far, you know, we will see it through to the end, Taicho.
Yes, we are past the halfway point. There are 14 chapters, and this is chapter 8. So from nondescript anime headache syndrome. Oh, there's the rock enemies.
So they just didn't spawn very often.
the most life-threatening diseases, and there is no cure. It makes it so much better. We can actually retreat on diagonals from them reliably.
Right. Instead of, missing and then getting creamed.
The disguise is at least somewhat entertaining for Drakenel. Well, I am glad to hear that. He has a day off and gets bored within a couple hours. Yeah, I'll tell you, since we all have Memorial Day off, I've been thinking about streaming something tomorrow too.
Well, you say that, but
Ben's got stuff to do.
actually, you've got a lot to do too.
Well, I have a lot of video work to do.
No, I'm saying, remember, we're stopping by Mom afterwards. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Well, I'll put it this way: I'm going, and they thought you were going.
Okay. In that case, yeah, well, I'll be doing that.
So let your conscience be your guide. But no, my Memorial Day is actually going to be pretty packed. Did he just spawn right in front of you? A surprise vampire! But no, it actually is kind of the opposite for me, and I think I'm just going to... Nah, I'm going to keep that at 40s.
Right.
Because since I've got so many projects going on, honestly, my days off tend to be some of the busiest ones I've got.
And like Clark points out, I do have to rest my voice. Yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday with Dragon's Dogma, and with my sinuses and everything, it has been kind of a... it has not been a great recent last couple days, for me.
So I say, rest your voice and also kind of collect yourself.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I don't know how the rest of you deal with like Keem was saying, the nondescript headache syndrome and everything. But with my sinus problems, you've all probably heard of the last couple of streams too. It just has that kind of. It's like if you've ever had really bad allergies, you kind of have that like fog to you, like it's like it's kind of hard to focus and stuff like that. And that's where I've been I'd say probably the last 10 days or so, as we've had that constant rain on, rain off, rain on, storm, knock out our stream, no rain, so. And I have been I've taken Sudafed and past the couple days after you're supposed to stop taking it per cycle, and obviously not helping much.
Sleep would have been nice, but it's not that useful.
Oh, sleep would be great right now.
But that's the thing that I've kind of noticed a lot about streaming. Mm-hmm. It's like people don't really realize just how much effort it actually takes until you actually do it.
Right. It's funny. It's like there are some games, and it doesn't always correlate to how fun they are or not. Because you would think that it's like like games that are fun to talk about would be the easier ones to do, and to an extent they are. I could probably.
Oh gosh.
This might be a good time for that boom jump, maybe.
Actually,
I mean, you could just
a lot of these are. Yeah, about half of these are angels. Let's go for it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Sorry about your wasting away from overuse of power, Ariel. Let's use a resonant devil move.
Let's go for it.
She'll probably be okay.
It didn't actually kill anything. Oh, I think it killed one devil girl.
I love how your resonant. I love how your resonant moves seem to be deliberately calibrated to not actually kill anything.
There we go.
And to just leave them slightly, on the verge of death.
How'd you want to bet? Okay, phew.
A swap accessory.
Ooh.
Rico.
Let's see. Do I have? I've got one of these.
And Drakenel meant to actually have nothing to do.
Ah.
Very cool. Yeah, I thought that was going to be tomorrow, but apparently not.
Yeah, like I was mentioning, I've got enough going on that I never have a day where I'm not doing anything.
Right. Yeah, it is very rare for me too. Like one of my friends has been trying to get me to play, to do Dark Souls 2 with him on times when I have time off, and it's at this point it's like once a week.
There we go. And yeah, it's just going to get worse as time goes on for me, so...
Yeah, you've got plenty of apples in your fridge right now.
Right.
Yeah, like I was trying to say, is it's like, yeah, some games that I find really easy to talk about and kind of relaxing to stream are not the ones that I look forward to streaming. Like, Rune Factory is a game I really like, but it also takes a lot out of me because it's constantly, there's always something going on. It takes place in real time. I screw up all the time and have to adjust to that, like giving away my best weapon to an NPC and everything. So
that's the thing, it wouldn't actually be as bad if you didn't, make the mistakes you do.
Right.
Let's see. Actually, that would be kind of useful. For now, though.
Yeah, I thought when the censoring popped up, even though it wasn't yellow, it's like I think that's actually what it's called.
That'll work. Looks like there's not going to be a whole lot on this floor, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see, probably one or two more rooms, I would think. There we are.
So having read that Final Fantasy
There we
X LP recently for Dark Shot, I just keep thinking Jack Shot.
Jack shot.
Yeah, that's the that special blitzball move Titus has.
Oh, yeah.
So, or Titus, I think is the correct one.
Titus?
Titus.
I'm sorry, who?
But see, it's a water thing. That's why you pronounce it not like tide. Right. Okay. Sure.
Distorted pill?
Man, I don't think you'd want to eat a distorted pill.
That does seem a little, yeah.
I've already got one, so...
Do I?
It's right
In
there.
that case, then...
Oh!
Oh, that's
This
right, because
appeared to
I've
be
got
the
the
change.
anti-confuse ring. Hooray!
You're already about as confused as you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Titus and like Aerith. Yeah, Aerith and Titus, right? Japan's so silly.
So, yeah. Okay.
Light armor is so good.
It is, really. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, and the
Here we go again.
when I was playing it, I kind of made a beeline for that on the angel path. That's an angel.
Ah.
Just to get that to get the price reduction on it. Akim was saying that that Titus is Latin or derived thereof, and that's how you would pronounce it. Huh. Well, fair enough. I would defer to you on that one. I had thought it was all the water theme for Final Fantasy X. That's kind of what they went with, and then.
Wow.
That would have been a great time for the Viscount to prolong the fight with draining her HP and
Right.
run out her SP.
Speaking of, another one just spawned in. Okay, let's get out of here.
Of course, the proper way, we're all kind of missing the point. The proper way you pronounce it is Meg Ryan.
Alright, and that is done dungeon.
Yay!
Hooray.
Jubil, are you
I
alright?
think the overuse of the
fine.
the blue scene
Our
of the
enemies' attacks hurt
waifus
much
clutching
worse.
themselves means they're probably not all right, but. Ariel, stop talking to me. Looking for the downside in this.
Uh-oh.
Did the battle end in a draw?
No.
I still like the use of pile, like they went to the trouble of like stacking them up and
Devils
then.
were all killed by the same being.
Oh, maybe.
Who would do such a thing?
Ian is just sitting on a pile of the snappy SS uniform devils, like the Joker was with
So
the
it is
money.
not an
Oh, yeah.
ally.
Uh-oh. If there actually is a boss fight, I'm going to be kind of annoyed.
Nope.
Is it a devil?
And if there is, it'll be a completely separate thing. So.
Well, I mean, even if it is a separate thing, I don't have my resonance sword ready to go.
That
Vile
is-
God, duh.
Duh.
Dun dun dun.
How many other characters are actually? This is the worst. This guy, the worst.
Are you the one who killed these people?
That's right. They came at me, so I defeated them. It's as simple as that.
Oh, defeated them. This is like Dynasty Warriors, where the guys run at you when you have your giant swords and halberds and KO them.
So what? Does that mean you'll let me go?
That is what I intend to do. It'd be meaningless if you haven't fully recovered.
I heard you got blown up by a bomb last time. Had to verify for myself.
Your
Toodles.
intentions. Why did you
I guess it
come
makes
here?
sense, you know, if the Devils are going to
Shin
try to
Kamikaze,
beat his
I would
one
like to
challenge.
request
True.
a rematch with you. I seek to surpass you.
Like, no, that's a
Who
dirty
holds the
pool.
same
I'm just going to
power
kill
as
him.
I?
What in the world are you
Well, see,
saying?
since we're still
So
going with
Shin
the whole
has
sports
no
metaphor
reason
with
to engage
Jupia
in
as our
personal
coach and
battles.
everything, we have trounced him in the last little league round.
should have.
So his dad has gotten really mad and is coming back for a rematch.
Well, to be fair, you know, the last two times he actually won.
Right.
He is the final god, after all, in case you all have
Come
forgotten.
to Looker Laboratory in the western part of the Netherworld. That is where the devils.
Looker Laboratory, isn't that what we call Ariel's place?
Why are you telling us where it
Oh,
is?
he and you so cliche. Yeah, pretty much.
I don't
fine.
care, he's amazing. Then his voice is just, you know, I don't think I could go more than 2 rounds with it.
It appears we are all right.
Let's keep in mind, this is at least, I think, twice and maybe 3 times that Hien has
Hello?
actually
Are
saved
you
the
guys
angels
safe?
and Shin from
What
oblivion.
about you, Ariel?
The fact that I can transmit to you in an easygoing manner like this shows that I'm safe. You worry too much.
Seriously.
Seriously?
Somewhat, though.
It appears Mariel defeated the enemy commander. They're annihilating the retreating enemies. The all clear will be given soon.
That's Mario.
I see. I'm
I
glad.
wonder if you only see that scene if you want the devil route.
Somehow.
There is a scene with Ariel using the knife, but
Sir Shin?
we clearly
Sir
didn't.
Shin!
Yeah, it could very well be.
Hey! Kamikaze! Jupy, hurry up and bring him
Of course,
over
it might
here.
not happen until right about now.
That's true. It might not happen until later. even like Shin's narration text boxes are getting tired of how often he passes out.
Yeah, he is like a noir detective. You know, he keeps being knocked out as a dramatic plot device.
Right.
Like, seriously, guy. But hey, mission accomplished.
Well, in Star Fox means we got all the medals.